Hello, 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 people. Welcome to hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. This is the trip. Got my man Tony with me. How you doing, Tony?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain. I did
Cool.
complain. Nobody would listen anyway. So
Yes, that too. Yeah, we don't have to complain over here. We don't have to complain. So we're gonna say, oops, I was trying to type here. I'm gonna say hello to our first. Welcome to the show. We've got BX Gunner in the house. Welcome to the show, BX Gunner. Greetings, everyone, and welcome. All right, all right, all right. That is true. All right, all right. I think Spencer will join us, but we'll see. He's been busy doing stuff. I think he's had some milestones and been enjoying that. So we'll see if he joins. And actually, I don't think he wasn't doing so. He wasn't feeling so well. So hopefully, he's feeling better now. So Tony,
you drinking
Arsenal,
too much, celebrating Denver.
too much celery. You know what? I've given up on this thing called NFL football.
Yep. Oh, you need a new owner's family.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. I need a new owner. Yeah, I'm got. Yeah, I need a new owner. But before we continue, I'm gonna say hello to this young gentleman. Spencer joins us. Welcome to the show, Spencer.
Good evening.
On to the next one. So that's his thing. That's his phrase. Don't even need to enjoy what we just saw. We just move on to the next one.
That's it, man. Yeah. On to the next one.
All right, we'll say hi to a couple people and then we'll get started on the game. Steven, the Arsenal Misfit, joins us. So we're top of the league. We're top of the league. Arsenal are top of the league. That's for all the haters out there. Greetings, all. Yes, sir. Got Catherine in the house. Says hello, hello. Yes. Steelers. I think Steelers had a surprise win right over there. I don't think people were expecting them to win that. Missed by the if I remember the field goal kicker at the end.
No, when I opened my phone, because I watched like the first three quarters, it was 26-24, 12 seconds left with the Ravens, good position. I was like, whatever. And then this morning, opened up the socials, and there's the guy missing the kick. So,
yep, they're money until they're not.
Yeah.
Panthers. Oh, are they in the playoffs?
Yep.
Are they in the playoffs too?
Yeah, they won their division.
Does everybody get to go to the playoffs?
Well, if you win your division, so.
Oh,
they finished off 8-9.
I didn't even. I knew they had a. I know the Jags looked like they looked good towards the end of the season, but I didn't know the Panthers were looking that good.
I mean, they're 8-9. They don't look that good. They look okay.
Oh, okay.
The whole division was really bad.
I still wish they would switch it and just go to a team with the best records like the NBA does.
No.
And hockey.
I think I like the division stuff.
No. There has to be divisions because not all schedules are made equal.
But there's a couple of them that make less.
You can't play everybody, right? So in the NBA, at least you could play everybody, right?
Now the NFL, you play. The NFL sets them up accurately because they give you a schedule based on if you finish in first place, you'll play the first place team of the AFC North, South, West, whatever. But I mean, absolutely. If you win your division, you win your division. I mean, the Seahawks, we don't have that Seahawks beating the Saints if we end up doing the best record. That moment in history never happens. So
Correct.
I'm just not a fan of single bye either. I feel like the two teams with the best record in the conference and get by.
well, that's what they got now.
Yeah, Arsenal.
But it used to be the top two would get a bye, and that was,
This is fighting words over here. He says everyone but the Cowboys. Wow.
If you watch the Cowboys play this year, it's not shocking.
Well, no, I mean, he said Panthers. You said the Panthers suck. So
I mean, they're not going to beat the Rams, but you never know. I mean, it's hard to say.
All right, let's get into it. Arsenal. Well, we'll talk about. Should we talk about where they are? We'll talk about how they got there. Let's talk about how we got there. So Arsenal, 3-point lead. I guess we played first, right? Arsenal played one of the earlier games, so we got an opportunity to go up 7 points. And playing Bournemouth, team with Semenyo, who supposedly is a new City player. At some point, he'll be a City player. I would rather him go to Arsenal than go to the City, but can't get them all. But anyways, Bournemouth's coming. Oh, we went to Bournemouth actually, a road game, which looks like we struggle on the road. Looks like we struggle a lot on the road in the league.
We give a point to Gary.
Yeah, it's called. But we struggle. I didn't say we didn't win a lot of them. I just said we struggle. We struggle, and I don't like struggling because that just makes my heart pitter patter. So, yes, Bournemouth. Arsenal actually did something different. Arteta did, anyways. Front line of Martinelli and Madueke, surrounding Gyökeres, trying something different on the road. Don't know what you guys thought about that front line. I don't think it worked.
Nope. Nobody there to feed Gyökeres. Hard enough with the regular guys to feed him.
Well, both of them look like players that are just going to take the ball to the goal if they're going to do anything with it.
Yeah.
Cross? No. I don't think they're going to. And we noticed that. I mean, let's see, Gyökeres, let's see his stats for the game. Did he get enough touches? Let's see. Are you going to show me? Did he get not that many? He only made 9 passes. So, yeah, I don't think that's a lot. That's not enough, right?
No.
9 passes. That sounds like 9 touches in 66 minutes. And he was 56% on those passes. Not good. Not good. Let's see if I can find a better. Here's the statistics here. You gonna show me the player stats? Nope. I don't know how to do that. Interesting. But nah, I don't think Gyökeres can play with those two.
Nope.
Yeah. What do you think about that front line, Art Spencer?
We need to rotate, so I mean it's not your best 11, but I mean I didn't think Madueke was horrible. Yeah, that's really what I thought about it.
Yeah. Tony?
Like I said, you need somebody to feed him the ball.
But what do you think about the front line?
Not good enough, but like Spencer says, he needs some rotation. But I want to at least had Trossard or Saka, one of the two with him.
Yeah, I don't know if we can play both of them together. That's just my take on it. I don't think that's a good combination, those two playing out wide. I mean, they have pace and all, but you might as well just play somebody else in the middle of the pitch there.
Well, how many times have you seen that front three this year?
I don't think that's a good front three. and we just saw why, and we would have thought that as well.
I mean, I would almost rather had Mourinho there because he at least found the spot and can hold up the ball if it does get to him through the middle.
Yeah,
But I did not like that front three.
yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was going to work out for us.
I don't think Arteta liked it either because he goes in there and changes all three.
Well,
Probably did.
he liked it enough to
Yeah.
play it out until for 60 plus minutes, right?
Yeah, he should have changed to the halftime.
You know, it's
I
okay,
was trying
Arteta,
to
to
get
change it
rest.
at halftime. It's okay to change it after 30 minutes. You know, it's okay to change it when it's not working. You know, so yeah. Let's go through the chat real quick. We'll continue on. You lost your popcorn bowl when Ravens missed that field goal. Oof. Yeah, that was I didn't see it, but I can only imagine. Very interesting month this January. Tough fixtures and transfers. Yeah, well, you know what? I'll save this, but we'll get into that as well. Yeah, Arsenal has a little tough 4-game run after the Liverpool match. We'll talk about that. Miss Melina in the house. Welcome to the show. She says, hello. Hi, Gary, Tony, Spencer. Happy New Year to you.
Yep.
Everybody saying Happy New Year. Check it out. That was a good game against Bournemouth, even for the neutral fan. Oh, definitely for the neutral fan because they thought they had a opportunity there. Basically, everything outside of that front line is basically, what I would say is our strongest, was that back 8, right? Midfield, Rice, Subamendi, Erdogan, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hincapi, and Rea in goal. But yeah, front three for me, I didn't like it. Yeah, I don't know if Moreno would have made it any different, but I don't know. I think Gyökeres he's not going to come back and support those guys. So maybe we need somebody to do that. Maybe that's where Jesus maybe would have done better with those two surrounding him. Let's see. We got a question here. Yeah. Oh, okay, we'll get into why this is good. So this game started out with a bang. Gabriel, no look pass. Whoops. Passed it right to their striker or one of their attackers. Easy goal.
I think he did look where to me. I think he just miskicked it. Some people believe he was trying to go to Ray. I don't think he was doing that. I just think he mishit it.
Yeah, I guess that's when you play from the back. You're going to have that situation.
To me, it's the problem with the modern game. The modern game makes the goalkeeper play as an extra outfield player, putting him in sketchy spots. The pass is the pass, but why is David Raya not in front of this? I mean, we can talk about when the ball's higher up the pitch and he's over on the side, but when it's back at your own 18, you should be covering that goal, period. I'm not blaming Raya for the goal, so hear what I'm saying.
Yeah, but every time I get pissed off at this. Every time a player makes a mistake, it's always got to be, well, why wasn't Raya there? You know where he plays. He plays where he plays. He's been doing that since he's got here.
Because I don't like it. I don't
like Raya getting to even talk about it because Arteta.
Well, it's part of the situation,
and everything is part of Arteta's decision.
Everything about what we do what does Raya get paid to do? Raya gets paid to stop shots, right?
No, he doesn't. If he did, that's all he would do. And yes, you're right. He would be standing right in front of the goal all the time. But he's not supposed to do that because that's not what Arteta wants.
That's the modern game.
Why do we have to have our center backs all the way on the left hand side making passes back into the middle? Isn't that where they usually stand to begin with? You're right. Do you blame somebody? Blame Arteta. Don't blame the goalkeeper.
I'm blaming the modern game. I'm blaming the modern game, Gary. Yeah. That we do this where we see these goalkeepers played as extra outfielders.
But then you got to blame Gabriel first. You're not blaming Gabriel.
I never said he wasn't absolvent
for being out of position. That's what you're doing.
I never said he was absolvent on this one. Gabriel is the one that made the bad pass. But again, Ryan needs to be in front of the goal, and you know it's going to be a sketchy situation like that.
No, you don't know that's going to be a situation because you know what? One of the best center
The
backs
the ball is
in the
at our
world
18.
made a terrible pass and set up the other team.
Our ball
It's
is at
gonna
our
happen.
18, and the goalkeeper's not in front of the net.
Why is
That's
there
a
why is your
recipe for
center back
disaster.
passing it?
Again, he gets questioned on that, but the goalkeeper should be in front of the net. Period. Just should be.
Yeah.
We're not going to agree on that one, but it's reality.
I'm not going to agree on it because it's Arteta.
It's the modern game. It's not Arteta. It's the modern game.
Arteta has created. He doesn't have to play it.
Did
It's
it.
his decision.
They all do it. They
it's
all
his
do
decision.
this.
Why? Okay, so follow the leader. Why?
Who did we play
Modern
earlier?
game.
Who did we play earlier this year that we were worried about them getting us on the counter? So we actually played the long ball, and I thought we looked a hell of a lot better playing the long balls because usually your guys are gonna win the aerial duels. Then it's just worrying about getting the rebound off the head. And most of the time you retain possession. You don't have to play out from the back, but that's what these managers do now. I don't agree with it. Even though I would do that on FIFA just because it was quicker to get out and go, but I was trying to score 12 goals.
It's the modern game that drives me nuts about certain things like that. The inverted left back. That's another one of those ones. The goalkeeper floating all over the place. You're paid to be a goalkeeper, not an extra defender. Like, you're just not. Sorry. We can blame Gabriel, and I am blaming him for the pass. It was stupid, but at the same time, if Raya's where he's supposed to be.
No, but I'm just watching it. 18 minutes or whatever, 10 minutes later.
Not in front of the goal.
He's not in front of the goal, making him and going back and forth with Saliba, who's all the way out by the touch line.
So you don't get nervous when you see that? Like, that doesn't.
I don't like playing from the back. I'd rather get the ball to somebody who can take the ball up the pitch through the middle. That's what you know. What when we got pressed like crazy against PSG, the only people that were worth a damn in that game was Skelly and Rice. They're the only ones that wanted to take that ball and punish them for trying to high press us, right? Because we couldn't get the ball out of our half. They were the only ones to do it. And I actually enjoyed that part of the game, that we could actually do that with those two players, right? Which means we can do it. So if a team high presses us, I know we can. We get the ball to the right people, and voila, they'll just break the high press down by themselves, right?
And now you have Zubamende. He's good at the ball with his feet back there. He can go forward.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I get it, but I just like we're blaming our manager puts our best center back and one of the best center backs in the world, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and puts them in situations that make them look silly. And we go.
I get so tired of it. That first 20 minutes. It's like every fucking pass was either a sideways pass or a back pass. And I did not like it.
It drives me nuts about the modern game.
Yeah, it's high percentage, right? To go that way. If you try to pass the ball up the pitch, right, you're more than likely not to get it to where it needs to go, right?
Well, they don't want to lose possession. That's the reality. That's why they do the playing out from the
That's
back.
why I said high percentage. That's exactly what I said. It's high percentage.
Right.
High percentage means, you know what, less than likely you're pushing it forward because you're going to lose the ball when you make a pass forward. That's kind of the gist of it right there.
And talk about the neutral fan. What would the neutral fan like about that first? The way we played the first 20, 30 minutes. Actually,
probably someone that doesn't want to see someone run away with the league, and they like to see the controversy, and they like to see the.
But they'll praise City for doing that, running away with it. They'll praise Liverpool for running away with it, right? Well, I mean, if it meant Arsenal was going to get it, then yeah, they actually do like it more. If it comes down to whether some team runs away with it or Arsenal wins it, guess what? They'd rather have somebody run away with it. That's what I feel. Let's go through the chat real quick.
Yep.
Our problem is that these players that get rotated in have very little time. Yeah, they do, but that's why for me it's not. I call it rotation, but I think they need more minutes in games. Madueke is basically played what? It's probably this first or second time he's played in about a month, in about the last 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah, you can't really keep your form when you don't play for 3 straight games. And a team like us who should have the ability to win games early. We've got Kaspersky. I know I just destroyed that. 51 thoughts on in where should we try and loan him out? I'm gonna say if we're not gonna play him, yes.
If he doesn't end up on the team sheet, then he should probably go somewhere else for a while.
Yeah.
I don't think
I want him to play. I'm his cheerleader. But if you're not going to play him, that's my thing about any of the players. If our players don't get to play, then they shouldn't be here. I want Arteta to have players on his bench that he's going to play consistently, right?
I mean, you can even do that with Eze. He's not getting us minutes that he deserves. But...
Yeah, I think Arteta did say he did have an explanation for that. He said that Eze had actually played more minutes at this point, I think, in a season in his career than he had before because of the extra games we play in the Champions League and whatnot. So I think they look at the metrics and stuff and figured,
you need to look at them better because there's a lot of muscle injuries.
I'm just telling you what he said, and he might have a point, but I think also players have to play. He's going to have to play. I think he's good enough to play every game, and if that's so, then we need. He's going to have to play under a little bit of stress. That's what we put our other players through. Declan Rice doesn't get a break, right? And I think Eze should be up at least close to that level in the sense that he should be playing sometimes when he's not supposed to. If that's how we're going to do this thing, right?
Yeah, he's not playing enough in the league.
Yeah, Spencer, what do you think about Eze not getting much minutes, or even Nweri? You can talk them both.
Well, I've made myself really clear about loaning out people. This is about winning the title this year, not their development. We're going to need them at one point or not this year, and it's better to have them here than to have to send them out on loan, and then you're like, who's going to play? Oops. The Eze thing. I thought it was weird that he didn't come on Saturday, but I understand the whole managing his minutes and everything. I don't think they're having buyer's remorse on him, if that's what everybody's wondering about. But, Nweri's 18 as well, too, so he's young. So it's like he doesn't need to play every game. I know people saying he's not playing at all. Well, I don't make the team sheet, but there's plenty of games coming up, cup matches and stuff like that he can absolutely – he can have a long FA Cup run. He can be involved in the Carabao Cup semifinals. Like, there's stuff coming up that he's going to get opportunities to play in. As far as Eze goes, I was surprised he didn't play on Saturday, but Odegaard's kind of shown form back, so Odegaard's becoming slowly undroppable at this point.
Yep, if that's how he's gonna play, then yeah.
But if he wasn't gonna get a start, we'll see. We'll play Thursday against Liverpool. If he's starting on Thursday, that's a weird one for me with Eze. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm aware of it. I discussed it with Ryan, Catherine, and Liam yesterday. Just brought it up to see if anybody was worried about it, and if it's on my radar, then I would say there's something to it, if that makes sense. But I don't think it's anything long term.
You moved the meter.
A little bit. I think sometimes I do. I'm really a nobody, to be fair. But if I notice something that has me questioning things, and I wonder, I don't think I don't think they think that he's been a bad investment. I don't think that's what's happening here. I just wonder where he fits in the team. And he's a talent, yes, but everything is about balance, right? We made rotations on that front line, and you guys didn't like it.
But
So
looking at it as a, would you say he's a player that Arteta wanted? To me, I don't think he wanted a player.
Yeah, if you're going to play that front line, I would rather have Nweri on the front line than Martinelli or Madueke. I'd rather have Madueke, Nweri, and Yorkres be on the front line if that was still how we were going to play it. I don't think Martinelli fits in that.
It's just like if they're going to play Mourinho in the midfield, why aren't you trying Skelly there since that goes away where he's going to play at now?
Well, that would be the next logical thing is to start pushing Skelly to the midfield, in my opinion.
With you. I'm with you on that. All right. Yep. We were really sloppy in the game with the ball in our end. Yeah, I'm watching the game back right now, and yeah, that
there was 5 or 6 times we gave it away in our own half.
Yeah. They put a little. You know what? They put a little bit of pressure on us, just like the PSG game.
Yeah.
We had no answers for it, and we've seen this before. So it's not like we haven't seen it before with even better players than what we're playing against, and we struggled. So. We struggled, and you know what? One thing I'll say is we didn't get the ball to Timber much. Rice didn't get the ball much, in that whole time. And I'm telling you, for me, those are the ones that calmed everything down. So sometimes you get the ball to the players that fit whatever you're trying to do.
That's why Rice is so important because he's the maestro out there at times. As much as we give Odegaard credit for he does this and Declan Rice.
I don't really give him much credit. I don't give him credit yet. I know I like the way he's played.
Well, I know you've had a little issues with Odegaard, but my point being is typically people look at people like Odegaard, Ozil, all these different guys as guys that are kind of the maestro, the one that creates everything. But the reality is the person you need to settle everything down is the Declan Rice. He's the cleanup guy. He's the guy that links the play from the back to the front. So Odegaard is important in that too, but Declan Rice to me is more important than Odegaard.
Oh, well, exactly. I mean, him and Gabriel and Raya are probably our 3 most important players, along with Saliba. Yeah. If you want to even go that far and say, there's 4 players that are very important to the way we play football, right through the middle, right? And or I guess maybe kind of through the middle, but I think Rice definitely gets that. You blame the goal on the positioning because of the inverting left back, says Beaks Gunner.
I mean, there's something to that too, because Gabriel is all the way over to the touch line. Should he be over that far as a center back? The answer is no. But I mean, that's the problem again with the modern game, and
you can't say no when that's actually the way we're supposed to play.
But again, I don't like that. Again, I get it's the way because that's the way the modern.
That's what he's supposed to do, though.
Gary,
so
listen.
It's not that he's out of position. If he's out of position, then that's when we get in trouble, right?
You're not listening to what I'm saying here. I get that's the way he's supposed to play. I don't like it.
Yeah. He's supposed to be at the 18-yard box. He's not supposed to be at the 50.
Yeah.
I want my football with shirts tucked in, shorts like the 80s. Okay, that's what I want.
I hear
Crushing tackles.
You don't like that because you like the way your Denver Broncos play now, and you can't tell me that's how they used to play back in back when you first started watching them.
15 play drive.
Stop it. So you like the way you like the modern football.
Listen, no. Let me tell you, when it comes to my American football, I love a 3 yards cloud of dust and a fullback. Absolutely, crushing people. I love that. So, but no. But my jokes aside of this, what I mean is, I get it. I get that's what he's supposed to do, but I don't like that in my modern game. I want my fullbacks to go up and down the sides. I want my center backs to stay in the middle. I want 2 strikers, 4-4-2. Anyway, but that's my point being is it's a team failure. If we're honest about the Gabriel whatever, it's a team failure all over the place. Yeah. And it's a mistake. To me, I was watching that and my initial thought was this is the kind of mistake that's going to hinder you winning a title. Where you put yourself.
You can say that, but I don't believe so because like I said, I think.
Well, my point being is, if you look at what happened in December, remember we were the XG, how we were failing to put the ball in the back of the net. If you're already failing to do that, and now I've given you a 1 spot, Now I need 2 goals,
But we're
vice
not.
one.
Once again, this is a different season. We're playing differently. We're seeing a little bit. Our play is much better in open play now than it was last year because we
Yeah.
have the players that can help us do that, right? And we're finding different ways to score. So far it hasn't. We have even when we struggle to score, we've been able to score.
I mean,
I mean,
look at Saturday.
we didn't score a goal. We didn't score a goal from an open play in what 3 or 4 games. We won them all, right? So whatever, as and they say that's a mark of champions, being able to to win the game, even though you're having a bad day. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. We're doing it. Nobody likes.
Yeah, but at some point, you have to start playing that good in the final rest of the season.
I think we're going to get there because I think, like you said, we've got Erdegaard who's going to help us get there. You've got Rice who's playing at world class level, right? And the two of them together, you saw it. You see what it creates. I think, with Zubamendi, helping them out, and we're winning the midfield, and that's what we need to do. Let me say hello to somebody here, Ohas Van Pande 4382. Welcome to the show. I think that's a name I have not seen. So welcome to the channel. He says yes, he gets to pay the stop shots, but he's also a part of the buildup. Just like with everything, you cannot stick with 1990 tactics in 2026. And yeah, I mean
that's correct.
But
I don't like it.
Every sport we watch is like that, right? Because in the NBA, they'd rather jack up 10 3-pointers than try to bounce it off the backboard, 10 times.
All three of us grew up in an era we watched big men dominate the NBA. Now it's the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
It's just a reality. It changes. I get it, but we doesn't mean we have to like it.
Yeah.
But isn't it crazy seeing these big European guys that are 7'2", 7'3", setting those 3-pointers?
A little bit.
If you got the touch, you got the touch, right?
Yeah.
It's just weird. I'm used to them being close to foul.
Well, Dirk Nowitzki showed that a big man can shoot, right? So there you go. We have seen throw-ins come back in fashion. Sometimes the traditional style is better.
And you always go back to I don't like either.
Right? Go back to the basics sometimes, and that's you can't. So you go back to the basics, and then nobody knows how to play against it, right? Like if somebody could figure out a way in the NFL to just run the ball and punish you, they'll do it. They haven't figured out a way to do that with the rules the way they're set up. They make no sense to run the ball when you can throw it 3 times and maybe either get a penalty or they can't touch me anyways. 5 yards off the line, I've got them beat if I got the speed. All right. If I run the right pattern, they're in trouble. It doesn't really matter. So
I mean, the NFL has the same thing. It was 10 yards to get a first down in 1970. It's 10 yards nowadays.
Yep.
Now you can't touch the quarterback.
Yeah. The Ray is there, and it's a one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But I think he hesitates and probably misses if Ray is standing there. So I think.
See, if Ray is there, it is
almost got. Ray still almost blocked that thing. He was diving across the net and still almost.
He was short. He was short by. If he could grow that arm another foot, he tips it, man. So yeah. My opinion on Ray's position, I absolutely hate this playing out from the back. It just adds for trouble.
I don't think any of us like it. I don't know if it's because we watched football for a while, or it's just.
I
just don't like.
I just think we should have answers for it because when we see it, especially in beginning of a game when you're like, oh wait a second, I'm like watching them. There's like 5 red shirts on our side of the pitch, and usually when we're doing our thing, they don't even want to do that because they know better. So we didn't take advantage of it, and
that's what I don't get though. We press a lot, so why the hell can't we stop the press?
That doesn't how that's how it works. I mean, the teams that press hate to get pressed. It's just the way it's always worked that way for whatever reason.
Yeah, because
but you're facing it in training all the time. So you should be able to stop it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Arteta would rather them. He would rather them not know how to break a press because he wants them to put the pressure on and get the ball. Because usually when we put the pressure on, we never have to deal with the pressure, right? We never have to deal with it. So
Teams that press don't like to get pressed because that means the intensity level has to maintain itself for a whole 90 minutes.
they can't take a break. Basically.
And there's that's why when you see two pressing teams against each other, sometimes it's an entertaining game, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. They just nullify each other.
Yeah.
The amount of points we lost last season proves that this playing out from the back can be a disaster. But aren't we playing the same way now? And look at the points not lost this year.
Well, yeah, I think that needs to be brought up. The amount of points well, here's the thing. Look, this weekend
we've lost twice and drawn 3 times.
Yeah,
season in over 20 games.
That's pretty good.
Doing all right.
And a lot of that, I think, is due to the depth, and we still haven't used the depth properly.
We haven't used the depth. I'm with you on that. We still could use more of our depth if we wanted to.
So what's that on pace for?
I think we had 45 at 18 at 19. So right now, if we play the same we've played, we can get to 90 points easily. Not easily, but we can get to 90 points. But you might not even need to do that. If City's lost Guardiola and Nadio for the season, I think, and Neves
out for the season.
He might be out for the season. He broken tibia.
Ooh.
So I think those things are
not
loss. Necessarily. Yeah, it's a long healing process, right? So skinny bone, lots of muscle around it.
You have Villa. That's 112 of their last 13. So.
You got Villa, yeah, but Villa is sitting 6 points back from us now.
So steady. So.
Whatever happened to those 115 charges? Did those go away, or did I miss that? I literally, I don't know.
They want us to forget about it. They want us to forget about it.
They do. They faced a little bit of a fine, and that was it. Because
that's what everybody expects.
You know what? It's something that every team does.
If it is, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not because nobody's actually got penalized for it. And the little people got punished for something else, right? Not for this. I don't think it's the same. The level is not the same. There's levels to this thing, right? So I don't think it's the same. Got Boy Tendio in the house. No loan for it in Wary. I'm just saying, if we're not going to play them, then they have to go. We're just killing their careers, and then we're going to go.
They may play though. That's the thing. We don't look at the injury history we've had so far this year. There is no guarantee that the next, I don't know, 18 games, the next whatever Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, that we're going to get out of that unscathed.
Yeah. I keep saying this. I'll agree with you, but I saw Dowman come in and play North London at Anfield before in Wary, so I don't believe that is the case.
They might rate him higher.
Yeah, there's preferences. So for me, I don't.
Look how much Skelly plays, and he's 18, 19, right?
Yeah.
They trust him a lot. He's in a position in think about this, the modern game of the inverted left back. They trust him to do that role.
And I think what? He's been worse this season than in where he has.
I think he's gotten a lot better in the last couple of weeks, though.
No. But as a body of work right now, he hasn't started out the season too well.
You know why he looks better, Spencer? He's actually got some minutes now.
Yeah.
You look like crap if they're not getting minutes against.
So
you believe that players should get more minutes, right? So that's why So in where he won't get, you bring him on and then he'll look bad, and you go, why does he look bad? Well, because he doesn't play. So what's the point of holding him around?
Hold on.
You have to give him a few games.
If he doesn't get minutes, he's not going to look great. But again, this comes down to all these. You can't do things in a perfect environment. It's impossible.
I think you have to figure out how to get the trust and confidence of your players so you can just play them when the need is there. I need to score a goal because I'm struggling to score a goal. I put in a player to help me do that. right, to see out the game. You know, I will say this over and over again. We can't hold on to a lead in the last 20 minutes of a game. We can't do it. No matter who we bring on, no matter what we do,
Yeah.
because it changes the way we play football. And when we do that,
Look at City
right,
yesterday.
we just settled. It's that basically we go into a prevent, right,
Well,
and we get burned by it consistently, right? Luckily sometimes we're up by 2 goals and it doesn't matter. But when we're not, that's when you see a draw, or sometimes you'll see you will see a loss like in the
case
Village.
in point. Case in point, Gary. In end of the first half, maybe you'll get to it. There was a turnover forced, I believe, by a bad pass, and Rice may have been Odegaard, but instead of just taking a potential shot or making a quick run or someone moving somewhere, they passed it around the outside, and then the halftime whistle was blown. What were you doing there? So I guess my point being with that is we also have to take our opportunities too when they present themselves. Stop waiting for
Take
that.
what the defense gives you.
Yeah, we know
That-
this.
I
We
believe
talked
that's
about
what
this
I
numerous
believe
times.
in.
Yeah,
They make a mistake, you punish them for it.
yeah,
Right?
absolutely. We're seeing Arsenal get a little better at that, I think.
Because teams do that to us. Because you know
Yeah.
why? 'Cause they don't get chances to score
That's
on us
exactly-
in general. So
That's exactly where that Gabriel goal came from, and their other goal came off of a turnover too.
yeah, because we have to be perfect on defense. And guess what? We found out last season we can't be perfect on defense. So for me, I'll rather edge my odds that guess what, we might score more than it, so it won't really matter, right? But we don't usually take that approach, right?
Yeah,
'Cause we see it too often, right? We just shut it down, right? We shut down
you
our
went from wanting
pressure.
that two goal comfort, now you're wanting a three goal league.
Well,
It's not
we're
safe
playing
for the
right
way
now,
that-
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's being dropped for Eze? I think Eze should be able to get starts in games for us.
Over who?
Be it Erdegaard, be it Zubamendi, which pushes Rice back. There's different ways to play that thing out. He can play on the left, right? I'd rather him be on the pitch playing left than I do other places. Will he get burned every once in a while? Yes, but then you look at what he does on the other side as well, right? We're willing to play. We're willing to play from the back, right? We're willing to play from the back, which has its own risks. Well, guess what? Eze has the same risks, right? He might make a mistake defensively and cause a goal. Gabriel did it. The one thing that Eze has done, he's shown us he can help us get the goal back. All right. So I think if you decide where you want to take the risk. Sometimes I take the risk with the talents of the players as well. Right. Right. Eze is more likely to get the goal back. Gabriel's not.
Gabriel did it in 5 minutes.
No, he did it, but I don't. Like I said, but somebody with the ball at their feet in the attack is more likely to get the goal back. We will see players walk if they are undervalued. No, I agree with that. But I think a lot of people believe that they will get their minutes. I'm like, I don't see it because I don't feel like Arteta's got the trust and confidence in him. That's very strange. It's not because Madueke didn't play in 3 games, so it's kind of where we play. I mean, I hope when they come in and they play, they get games in a consistent fashion, right? 2 to 3 games before they get pulled again.
Yeah, Staley that played most of the games last year. He had Veneri that didn't play much until Odegaard got hurt the second time.
The second time, yeah. Foden at City was not playing all the regular at 18. I don't get the stress around and worry. Yeah. But I just think we're not we've like I don't know if it's the same. I feel like
how do you not see it when you've seen all the players that have either walked or been sold out of the academy? You had a guy that was scoring 40 goals in the under 23s.
but where's he now, right?
He sold for 30 or 40 million, and we never seen him really in the Premier League. And again, you've seen the same thing happen again. And it won't be surprised if Wineri Skelly would be the one to me that would probably put in a transfer request because I mean, where's he to get the minutes? He's not gonna get played in the midfield. We've seen that already. You had the injuries back there at the left backs and center backs. He wasn't covering them really, so
I hear you.
I,
I hear you.
he just doesn't seem like he's part of the manager's plans.
Yeah.
And
I just
not
think
that play. Not that play. You need either sold or you need loaned out.
I
To
get
me,
that.
you need sold because usually if you're not part of Arteta's plan, you're not gonna suddenly become part of his plans when you come back.
I hear that. Well, we'll see. We shall see. We'll just see because the schedule might allow us to see what Arteta's thinking. Because I think there'll be tons of minutes and games that we should play. We'll get into that in a little bit. Foden at City was not playing all that regularly at 18. I don't get the stress around and wary. Yeah. I just don't think he's getting enough minutes. I'm not saying that he needs to get tons, but I don't think he's getting any minutes. So it's not the same. Foden was playing. We just wanted him to play more. And where he's not playing at all. So it's a totally different situation for me. And so if he's not
Yep.
going to play, then it's to go. That's kind of my thinking there.
When
trying to
you're not
wait
making
for
a team seat that you're not playing enough.
Foden was on the bench more than he, and where he is. So yeah, I think it's different. It's not the same for me, anyways. BX Gunner says I'm trying to weigh that Eze is a better player, but Jesus and Erdogan know the system better. It's a lot to talk about. I guess yes, yes, but does that mean you don't play? But I'm saying there's situational stuff that you can play, right? And Eze can do things. I mean, Eze has shown that he can do things for us when we need it. If we need a goal, he can put the pass in. Right? We've seen it. Right? We don't get the draw against City if he's not there. We don't. I don't. I think he did. I think he might have helped with the opening goal against Bayern Munich, if I recall. So there's different, horses for courses type thing. So I think there's a role for him, and we just got to figure out how to get him in there. It's my thought.
You have to do what you did Saturday.
There was a change 35 minutes into it where Odegaard, you started seeing him making runs to the left or from the left. They switched the play up there, and it continued a lot the rest of the match. That Odegaard was making runs to the left instead of staying over there to the right, which he doesn't have to do because guess what? Zubamende can cover there. Timber can cover there because Timber's good at defense more than he is just making runs up the pitch.
Yeah, let me try and go through this chat. I've been dilly-dallying. I know I'm behind now, so let me do this. Arteta's overcautious, and that's a terrible trait, in my opinion. Yeah, he's risk averse, but going to get us there. The players just have to do exactly what he says. So we shall see. Players we love from the past would never thrive under the system Arteta has. We need some Mavericks able to play their game. Yeah, well, that we have them, we're not playing them, right? As is maybe one of those players. He's just not going to get that opportunity. So that's why he has to work within the system and just get the best out of it. As is becoming Jack Grealish at City, and that's a tragedy to witness. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. We shall see. Jack will say he's got a couple of trophies to say, at least I helped out. In a car, the tires are the most important element. Steering wheel, second. Engine, third. Right is the engine, for sure. For sure. On about third is the engine. The engine gets you moving. If you're not moving, then you ain't. It doesn't matter what kind of steering wheel or tires you got.
First one should be the brakes because you gotta literally stop that damn thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, worry about the brakes later. And Spencer, he doesn't the short shorts, all right? Boy Tendier does not want to see the short shorts, so he says a no. For me, the biggest disappointment on the pitch was Timber. He got caught up pitch too many times, and his effort in getting back was pathetic. Too much jogging, not enough running back. Maybe he's tired. Maybe he's tired, and that's the way we play, all right? Ooh, somebody agrees with you. Exactly, Spencer. We're going to get caught out on the left side of defense in a trophy-winning match. Maybe.
Cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah,
But
your trophy-winning match means that we're in the final, and maybe we're too much for the other side, right?
Spencer. So what made that like a 1976 jersey? Was it this?
You know what?
Give,
No,
give,
we're not
give,
talking.
give,
Let me go through this chat, please. Let me
uh,
catch up. I know. No matter
come on.
what style of football we play, there's a way for it to go wrong. If you play possession ball, then sometimes the possession goes wrong. It happens. There's negatives to everything you do. The ball doesn't do what you want. American basketball players have fallen behind on fundamentals. Coaching standards slipped because of AAU ball. True, probably true, a little bit true. But the players that have all the fundamentals are the ones that get to play as well. So, and if you have enough athleticism, you don't need the fundamentals. That's how it works. A lot of times, players that have the athleticism don't need to worry about the fundamentals as much because their athleticism overcomes it. So that happens in every sport, no matter what, right? So if you got the pace and the speed, sometimes it makes up for everything you can't do. Like we see Adama Traore, right? He continues to play. He's played everywhere. Why? He's got the athleticism. Does he have the fundamentals? No. But he continues to play, continues to get a job, continues to play. So, you know, you
And
can't
that
teach athleticism. You can't teach it. So
and that's transferred into college football as well now.
everything,
Es-
every sport.
Especially now, you had how many people do you think have entered the portal as of last night?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. That's another show.
4,000.
The thing about playing out the
4,600.
yeah,
4,600.
yeah. Well, that's what they wanted. That's what they wanted. The thing about playing out from the back is the team has to risk us passing through their press to pass us, stop us passing out the back. If we passed around their press, they lose. That's the thing. We don't. I don't even think we look for that pass. I think if we look for that pass, that they would hesitate, and maybe we do it anyways, and we still, that's
I,
Martinelli running after the ball. You don't want to matter,
I,
right? But we don't do that,
I
and
think
no
that's when it
one.
changed. I think that's when Odegaard started making runs to the left. That's when you were.
Bypassing the press.
Oh, your audio went weird.
Yeah, it keeps cutting out. I don't know why.
Yeah. And no one keeps up the press. Meanwhile, maintaining possession doesn't take it out of us with the way Arteta uses the DM to maintain possession. They call it the horseshoe. Yeah, I hate the horseshoe. Sometimes we spend all day moving the ball up the pitch, so we have possession dominance. Yet we keep doing these stupid long throws that usually cost us. Yeah, when the ball is outside of when we throw the ball in, we're never throwing it one to ourselves. 9 times, it seems like 9 times out of 10 we're just throwing it down the pitch, and it's like, oh, you didn't have anybody in mind to get this to, right? So, but you can more readily predict what the opponent will do if they regain possession off a set piece. You can, but nobody's been able to stop us. So there you go. 138 charges now. So the number keeps going up. Free Ethan. So you want to free Ethan? All right. Bauman was not supposed to touch grass at Anfield. Silliness by Arteta. I like I said, when I saw that, that's when I said, you know what? He did the same thing with what's his name? Who was the guy? Who's the Swiss guy? Oh my gosh, Kiwior. His first minute for Arsenal was at Anfield. So Arteta's got like the fact that he can trust him to play in Anfield for his first minute with Arsenal tells me that you don't have to have played to get experience and to get trust and confidence from the manager because he had never played for us and that was his first minute. So that's why I don't believe why he needs to get more minutes because I've seen him play players that have never played for us first minute at Anfield in a game late. Right? We drew that game. We had a lead. We drew that game. Not because of Kirior. Kirior came in for the guy who screwed it up, but it was too late. I'll go back to that one. So, yeah. In where he's actually tracking to make the same number of appearances at 18, Phil Foden. There's no rush. Maybe one or the other gets more minutes. Huh? Didn't know that. Didn't know that, but that's so that. But I mean, at 18 years old, but at 17, he had tons of minutes, right? So, he's dropped considerably. You know, we've got Trung Nugent, Trung Wen, 7827. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, he says Boite and Dio Dalman is a special talent. He trusts him to do something. Other managers do this with youth. Sir Alex put on Macheta to win for Aston Villa long ago. Yeah. Well, Dalman's going to make them bring him down. That's what he does. There was that story about Jack. What's his name? One of his coaches said they told him to just go out there and play, and he went out there and did the same thing. He always does. So, yeah. Is Eze being managed with load? He said in press. Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, he said that he's got tons of minutes. How did Glasner manage Eze's workload? Arteta is just playing his favorites. As I said, Arteta said he's played more minutes at this point in his season than he had before. So I think he's managing the minutes that way. Eze had hamstring issues prior to joining us, so they're managing it, I guess. Just like to see him play more. Star killer, unfortunately. We'll see. People will say Rice is a star, right? People will say Xhaka is a star. Some people will say Gabriel's a star. Saliba is a star. Ray is a star. Zubimendi is a star. So I don't think he's killing stars. They're out there. They just, everybody would take all those players and put them on their team. All those players I just named, they're all stars. So I don't think so. I don't think he's killing them. I just want more stars. Got Seymour Butts in the house. He says,
I
big
think
up
it's
channel in chat. Yeah. What up, doctor? Gucci. Yeah. Semenyo had free reign on the pitch at Palace. At City, he will be massively restricted like Eze. Yeah, he got that yellow card because of that free reign. He can't defend. He had a chasing back on Zubimendi and got the easy yellow. Yep. Nah, Gary, always better with the fundamentals, regardless of athleticism. Lesser athletes than our Adama are making bigger money than him. No, I'm just saying he keeps playing. That's the thing. He's terrible at what he does. Yeah. The players that have athleticism and then add the fundamentals to it are the ones that you look at and go, yes, like a Messi, like a Ronaldo, right?
Yep.
They had some athleticism to them, but they also had the fundamentals, right? So that's when you get your world-class players when they do both. They put the work in. Shaq got good footwork. He just can't. Yeah, that's the only thing he couldn't do. He did everything else. Everything else. 300-pound guy running up and down the pitch, up and down the court like that. Not too many 300-plus pounders can do that. Stars don't come in and shine, is my point. Probably. But Zubimendi came in and did it. Rice came in and did it. These are players that did not play for us and came in and doing it. So I don't think that's 100% true. You're talking maybe about attackers, but we haven't got an attacker that did what Rice did, that was like sought after, like a Zubimendi. All right, Zubimendi was going to Liverpool one year, and next thing he's coming with us. So I think he's got suitors out there. Sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to tap out. All right, the surgery recovery is kicking this. No, I hope you feel better quickly. Stephen, thanks for joining us. Have a good night. We'll chat with you later. And Pape's got good fundamentals, but he forgets it sometimes because he's such an athlete. That's the trick. You got to know when to go back to the basics when you're struggling a little bit. Rice was the only player that was a star player beforehand and had come in and thrive. Zubimendi won a Euros for his country before he came to us. So, that's coming in after one of the top players in the world was out. So I would say he actually showed that he's got talent and he can be a star, right?
Odegaard made the youngest appearance ever for Real Madrid. That shows that he was a star at a young age.
Yeah. Eza and Gyökeres are two big star signings. Are they?
I guess.
Not the way they're being used.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem with everybody has, right?
I don't know what the problem is.
Well, the way we're being used doesn't showcase the skill sets that they have. I just think it takes time. I think.
Or do you think it's kind of like me complaining about the modern game? It is what it is, and just nothing's going to change.
Well, I think if you
Nah,
get, I think a year from now we'll see if it makes a difference, right? But
I think we've seen it because you seen it. Tassard came on. I mean, in general, we weren't scoring as much, but when he came on is when Gukaris started doing better because he spots those runs, can make the pass.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll tell you this much. Take Saturday, for example. Yorkers didn't score. None of the forwards scored. You got 2 goals from a midfielder and from a center back on a set piece. So
I think that's why all three of your forward players got subbed off at the same time.
but even the
Should
ones that
happen
came in
earlier.
never did anything. That's the
Well,
thing.
Saka provided the assist to give Rice the second goal, the third goal, whichever
I
one.
think Odegaard. I think Yorkers passed the ball off to Odegaard, which passed it off to Rice. I think that was the second goal.
That's the second one. So the third one was Saka with the pass back to Rice for the goal or something like that, right? So
Yeah.
We're getting goals from all over the place right now, which is
Yeah.
I think is the good thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing more than it's a bad thing. Whereas I think City is reliant on Erling Haaland for a lot. Where I think
Yeah.
Arsenal can survive.
I just don't
I,
know when
I
your
I think
top.
Arteta can't get the most out of his attackers, and that's the problem, right? Because he's figured out a way. It doesn't matter who he's brought in defensively; he's found a way to get something out of them. He won't. He hasn't done the same on his attacking side for me, and that's because he probably doesn't know how, or he doesn't want to listen. One of the two.
Or it just hasn't clicked.
We've brought in so many players on defense that people are like, who is this guy? Who's Mascara? We know who Mascara is now, right? Who's Henkapia? We know who he is now, right?
Yeah.
And
Kyrios struggled for a little bit, but then we saw him show up in the Champions League. So I kind of feel like, whatever he's doing on the defensive side, if he could do anywhere near that on the attacking side, we'd be good. Because we're getting, in some degrees, people will tell you, get Eze and Gyökeres, and we're like struggling with them. Why? All right.
I think when you're 20 games in
Yeah.
and your top scorers have 5 goals, that's good enough.
Yeah, but you got 2. You've got many players with 3 to 5 goals, so not too many teams have that. So it's goals are getting spread around, right? So, no one came to Arsenal as an already made side, except for already made star aside from Rice. Yeah. People do a lot of talk on Gyökeres, but he just doesn't pass the eye test, even before we signed him as a terrible in defense, and that matters in this team. Yeah, that is true. I mean, Arteta lets the defense eat. You know what I mean? A defender can go and bomb up the pitch and put his teammates at risk, and it doesn't matter. But an attacker does it, and he gets pulled. Right? Arteta is screaming at Eze for making passes forward. Right? Yeah. Same guy making passes forward is why we drew against City. So I don't know. You know, you got to take the good with the bad. I think. If we're willing to put I'm rambling. Eze, Gyökeres, Aubameyang, Ozil, Sanchez. These are big signings. Yeah.
But that's
Got
what gets me.
Zanzi's in the house. Let me go through this.
Okay.
Zanzi in the house. Well, I'm only here for the curtains. Oh, and Gary, because if Gary wasn't here, I wouldn't see them. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Zanzi. Young fella, my lad. Hope you and your home gang are all well. Yes. All right. Go. What you say, Tony? Sorry.
I was going to say, you see with fullbacks going up there totally voiding what is the job of a fullback is, which is covering your center backs, covering them on the flanks, and they're giving away possession because they're way out of position. Instead of playing a back three and being safe, having the same attack, he does it without without it. So then you're more vulnerable to the counters, and that's why you see the easy goals that get scored against us sometimes.
True. True. But you gotta take. I guess it's where Arteta wants to take the risk. For some reason, he'll rather take the risk on the back in the defensive side of the pitch than the offensive side, right? So I don't know. That's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah. Just saw
I
the
mean,
play where Rice scores off, as you said, the header from Erdegaard to Gyökeres, who gets the ball back. Oh, actually, the header wasn't by Erdegaard. It was by, who was the header by? The header is by Martinelli. Martinelli to Gyökeres, and then back to Erdegaard. I don't think Gyökeres had anything to do with that pass back, but he put pressure on them, and they tried to clear it, and they cleared it right to Erdegaard, who tapped it over to Rice, who finished it off. But if Gyökeres isn't there battling, that ball never comes out that way. So I think that's a good thing. We've got Rookie Rashida in the house. Welcome to the show. What are you saying? Arteta pulling Eze out because of a forward pass. His out possession game has been poor all season. Yeah. No, I'm saying he screams at him for those passes, but I mean, for me, that's the risk you take when you pass the ball forward. So I think
That's why Martinelli keeps getting picked, because Martinelli does the stuff out of possession that Arteta asked him to do.
Yeah. I just think when you need to score a goal, then you bring on the players that can help you do that, and that's what the SA would do for you. So,
but again, if you pull someone off, there's also two parts to this game.
Yeah,
when you pull someone off, there's that balance you have to maintain, and that's the stuff.
We saw that balance helped us in the Villa game at Villa, right? You bring in more defenders, you give up the goal anyways, right? So it goes both ways. Same risk, right? We've seen it go. How have we brought an attacker and given up a goal? I don't know. Actually, when Gyökeres is on the pitch, as they said, we've conceded 6 goals. When Gyökeres is not on the pitch, we conceded 8. If we're going to go by the stats say, when he's on the pitch, we play much better defensively somehow. We don't give up as many goals.
And what was that out of 1,800 minutes?
Whatever I think they looked at his minutes when he's on the pitch and stuff. So when he's on there, I think he's actually come a long way from when he first played against Manchester United in terms of what he needs to do to be on the pitch. So he's not going to press like Kai Havertz, but I think he presses enough. It gets enough pressure. Rookie Rashida says, "I rather in Weary, and he shows a lot out of a possession than Eze, who has played 22 games." Yeah, it's because he understands the system partly, right? I mean, that's why I would like to see in Weary, but that's not gonna happen, I guess. He's gonna rather build on Eze than wait for in Weary to do all the other things that he wants, I guess. I don't know. Eze is like Mark Warburg and the other guys. You just have to let him be a peacock. Let Eze play his game, not some restricted style of play. Yeah, but we don't do that, right? Only Calafiori can bump up the pitch to put his defenders at risk. But he could go back and defend as well, so that's the problem. If Eze could do that, then I guess he would get to free reign. Not too many of the best wingers, I guess, are doing all the defensive work. Maybe what wingers out there doing defending like Martinelli? Anybody know? Anybody got an answer to that?
I'm sure they're out there.
The fact that we can't answer that means that, is it really that important?
Well, I need time to think about it. That's also the other option of an answer. It absolutely is important. Arteta, Pep, they all have systems.
It's important for him. What I'm saying is that a lot of teams aren't like living and dying by, guess what, my winger can't defend. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you Pep Guardiola thinks it's important.
Yeah, but
That sounded important.
I've never heard anybody
you know
say
what?
Kudus came back and made this defensive stop. I've never heard that. Never seen it. So I don't think so. I hear what you're saying, but I don't believe that is 100% true. And everybody says he's a really good winger, right?
Do you know why we can have the wingers do that and have your fullbacks run up? Because you got a beast like Gabriel that can cover that space.
That's not true. That's why you got Eze got pulled because he didn't defend, right?
No,
You know,
but
when he didn't defend, it's because we didn't actually have.
that's not
We didn't
what I'm
actually have
saying.
them.
I'm saying we have the ability for Gabriel to cover that,
Yeah.
even though he shouldn't be. If you have the fullbacks staying back where they are, yeah, your wingers can attack as they can attack because you got the guys back. The problem is you don't have the guys back because you're using them, your fullbacks like wingbacks. That's the problem.
I would like to see that play out and see if we did let our fullbacks play back a little bit and let our wings have a little bit more freedom. See if they're able to do a job, right?
You used to see that with Timber because Timber wouldn't pass.
But you're talking about a fullback,
line.
where I'm talking about like letting our wings actually have a little bit more freedom.
No, that's
right?
what I'm saying. If you got the defense back there, they don't have to play defense.
True. That is one way. Martinelli is better going backwards than forwards. Ergo, Arteta trusts him because he's less likely to lose a ball because of him. But
Yeah,
you know,
but
we lose a lot of balls. It just happened to be with him dribbling out
That's what I
off
was
the
gonna
pitch.
say.
So I love that Gyökeres and Odegaard press. I like when we press because I think when we pressed in Bournemouth game, when we started to press a little bit more, that's when we got the ball back and in really good situations. I mean, the goal that we get is from pressing and getting the ball back in midfield. You know, when we didn't do that happened the game before as well. Once Odegaard put a little bit more pressure on them, every time he did, they gave us the ball back. Long pass, right back to us. He lays off, they get to build. So,
And that's again when he was crossing more into the middle and to the left, just the stand back there as a right six, which he's not. He's an attacking midfielder.
Yeah, I mean, Adama put pressure on us, right? And we brought in, who did we bring in? Who did we bring in to shut him down? Forgot that it was a Wolves game and Tierney was struggling, and then he brought in. I think he brought in. Maitland Niles, if I remember, and to shut him down, if I recall. So yeah, we had answers. If you can defend and win your duels, Arteta will let you do anything. Very true. Very true. If you can defend, he let you do whatever you want. Just so happens some of the best attackers aren't your defenders. You know what I mean? That's why some people think that if we had Messi, he wouldn't be able to play much because he doesn't do all the defending work. Our press is the main reason why we are top of the league. Yeah, I just like to see us do it more. I like to see us do it enough that guess what? We're up 2-0. Not that we've given another team an opportunity, to get in the game. I like us to be able to put the pressure on, be up 2-0, and then if we need to take a little break, do it. But we never do that and punish teams enough early.
Again, it's hard to do when your fullbacks are up ahead of your press. If you don't have people back there.
No, but we can do it. That's the thing, because that's how we play. We play pressing football, right? So we can do it. You're just saying when we don't, that's why we struggle.
I just don't think we do it that much, really.
We press and we put enough pressure on teams, I think. You watch it. You watch Erdogan and see where he is. What is it in the whichever game he put the pressure on? He's the one that made the turnover, right? He lost the ball, then he got it back, and then he made the pass to Zubamendi. That's all because of the defense that he created himself, right? So yeah, we can create our own. I think we can create our offense from our defense because we saw it. We've seen it. Saw Pep rinsing Shirky the other day for the same thing as he was doing. There you go. Cut from the same cloth, right? So he got to learn, as they say. Got to learn. I just like to see him more. I do. Yeah. Well, he's gonna. You know what, Pep? Some say the best manager out there. He wants certain things out of his players, so he doesn't believe that. Doesn't believe you should. He believes you gotta work too. Anyway, seemed clear enough as they still learning the system to satisfactory levels, standards by Arteta. Yeah, like I said, I think a year from now, hopefully we'll, when we're, hopefully looking better, we will see how that goes. Let them cook. Yeah, let them cook late in games sometimes when we try to either come back or finish teams off. Maybe taking away individual brilliance because the press isn't right is terrible. It's a thought. Frontline press doesn't move me anymore. Seems we only do it to keep possession in the opponent's half rather than force it to counter. Well, like I said, we've done that and we scored a goal because of it, with the pressure that we put on. So our press is so good with Erdegaard back, it would only get better. True. I do miss it. If that's how we're going to play, we actually do better, not pressing so aggressively in their half and letting the game stretch a bit. I think we can. I think we are either on or off. I don't know what you guys think. I think if we turn off our press, I think we get in trouble.
I think it's where you press at. I think you need to press more towards the midfield than catch them on the counter, like the comment said there.
Yeah, Tierney was a proper left back. Yeah. I don't think Arteta would be telling Messi to defend. People got to be realistic. I think he wouldn't probably bring Messi in because he wouldn't be able to do everything he wants. So we probably would never have that opportunity. That's what I think. Sounds silly, but I think so. Right? I think that's how it would play out. I mean,
I don't think he would play much.
Yeah. I think the way Arteta plays, he wouldn't, a Messi type play wouldn't fit. We see it. We're not, we talk about, this play comes in, he's not going to probably work because we know he can't defend at all, right? So I would agree, but I think Arteta's shown you what he's all about. So I'll go with that. Yeah. Messi press was very good. A lot of years he stopped because he was old. I didn't know that. All right. We're getting to, we've already gone 75 minutes, so let's talk about what's up next. We are the second best pressing side according to the numbers. Messi strolled half the time. Yeah. It took Perez's season to become great. We need to give Eze and Gyökeres time. It's not like we keep losing when they're on the pitch. No. I just said Gyökeres on the pitch. Our defense better. Maybe he's not the only one to be the reason for that, but I think he offers something. Maybe that slows teams down. Martinelli also does great when the game is stretched. Gyökeres' best moments come in stretch games. Yeah. It seems some people don't understand what control football means. Pressing is essential, and Messi pressed very well under Pep. I remember many occasions. All right, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. All right, Liverpool's up. Spencer. Liverpool might get Ekitike back. I thought he might be injured or might have had a knock or something like that. So he might be back, but otherwise, they're going to be out. They're out Isak for sure. Worse has looked like he's been contributing of late. So we'll see. What you think?
I'm fairly confident for Thursday.
Are you 3-0 confident?
No, I think 2-0 will do it. I think it's a Big Six team at home. You were given a gift from the gods on Sunday when Man City blew a 1-0 lead, and now you have a 6-point cushion. So I think the I'm just fairly confident about this week because I still think Arsenal can get at Liverpool's defense. I mean, Liverpool, what did they just tied Leeds 1-1? I know Leeds are playing very well, so I'm not dismissing it, but I'm fairly confident, man. I don't know if we'll see Havertz back yet on Thursday. It seems more like a game like the FA Cup would seem more of a likely start for him. But I just feel confident about it. 2-0 probably seems about right.
Yeah. Portendio is doubling down. Put slot in the spliff. Tony, what do you think? Liverpool?
Probably 2-1. It doesn't seem like we can get a clean sheet like we've been doing. They're fourth, but still 14 points back. They're not very good. Should be a easy win for us. Whether or not it is a different story. But it should be 3 points.
Yeah, I think at home. Right at home, we're really good at home. We're really good at home. Teams don't get much.
At one point, it's like we had only allowed. This is only a few games back. We only allowed three goals at home. If you do that, you win.
Yep. I mean, at home,
we've had a fortress at home this season.
Yeah, we've given up 7 goals at home. And that's in all games. So we're pretty good in the league. We've given up, I guess 5 goals. 5 goals in the league in the league at home. So
7 goals in the last 2 games, so that's a good trend.
We scored 7 goals. Yeah, no, scoring is doing all right. We're good there. We are good there. Now, defensively, I think we are only going to get better. I think. I don't know if anybody new is going to come back into the fold. Because oh wait, looks like some people are off the list here. So it's just Calafiore, Mascara, and Dalman that are not, at least in the injury report. So, that means somebody else is off the list that was there last week. So I think we'll be fine. And if we can continue, we're finding goals anywhere. So depending on what the other team does for us, we'll score. I assume Saka and Trossard will start, being that they came off the bench. So will Jesus start ahead of Gyökeres this time around?
Gyökeres starts.
He needs to start.
Yeah. Yep. So I think one reason why that probably is true is because the 4 games after that, right? We play 4 games after that, and somebody, I think I saw a stat or something like that. We'll play 4 away games in 10 days. I mean, they're not all tough, but they're all away. Portsmouth on Sunday, then Wednesday we play Chelsea away, then we play Nottingham Forest away, then we play Inter away.
Is Chelsea away the Carabao Cup? Okay.
Yeah.
That's right, because the second leg is February 2nd at our spot.
Yep.
Okay.
So we got just away games, so it's it's travel and all of that stuff, but it is away, and it is in a short amount of time, so we're going to have to rotate. I think we're going to rotate, right? You basically have every 3 days for
till February.
Some of the crappy cold weather.
Weather's not been, So yeah, no, I think that'd be, Portsmouth should be, like, we play Liverpool strong. I'm assuming Portsmouth, we should see maybe maybe not 8-10 player or 8 to 10 players come in, but maybe we'll see maybe 5 to 6 players come in, right?
Mm-hmm.
and keep some staples on the pitch. But yeah. What we got here? I know I've missed some of this stuff here. Actually, exactly. Watched a retro match of them recently. They really press. Got me. What else we got here? Early years before he became Pep's poster child. We win 4-2. We don't keep clean sheets recently. Yeah, not when we go to the bench. Not when we go to the bench for defensive reasons. Xavi, especially out of possession, was brilliant. Yeah, all right, cool. When we played Liverpool earlier and lost 1-0 to Slobber Slides, won the goal, they were unbeaten and seemingly cruising to the title. Hence, Arteta played a cagey game. It'll be different Thursday. My problem with that is Liverpool was unbeaten, but I don't think their performances were much, right? I don't think their performances. I think we should have been able to take advantage of it, and we didn't even try. We didn't even try. And
it's one of those games that Arteta plays that he's playing for a draw that he would be happy with.
Yeah. And I think we should have tried to go at them because you saw what happened after they played us. Teams after that, like Bournemouth, was one of those telling games that basically, you know what, it don't matter, and they just played them tougher, right? And you see where we play now. We played that against Liverpool. Then I think we had a better chance to get a better result. So, I think yes, they were undefeated, but I don't think they were I think they were winning. They weren't necessarily winning games late, but they weren't. It wasn't like they were playing perfect football for them. I think they were struggling. At least that's what I saw.
I mean, you seen what happened to them after they played. That's why they imploded. And just
Every time a team plays us, they struggle afterwards. Right? They play up for us, and then you see what happens afterwards. They struggle. The Glock starts.
Down the table.
Yeah, if we don't show Liverpool too much respect like normally do, we win this comfortably. I hope so. I hope we punish them like we've done to, we just did to Villa, right? We beat Villa, was that 4-1 after losing to them 2-1. So this is another response game. This is the revenge for the first loss of the season, right? We redeemed ourselves with a 4-1 win over Villa after losing. This is another opportunity to right the wrongs and show people why that was not that's not the result we wanted. Eucharist starts need to give Van Dijk and Kanate a horrible day. I hope so. We must go for the jugular against Liverpool. Yeah, this is another one of those games like we had when we had that little 3-game stretch. I want to see us go out there and get the win, and it'd be nice to get it in a good fashion too. Chelsea over 2 legs in the League Cup will be tough. Will it?
I don't think it will be.
You think it will be? It's
Yeah.
not like they're not close, like you said. They're like a month apart, right?
Cup game. It's always tough.
Yeah, but
they just went to City. They just went to the Etihad and took 2 points off of City. So,
City lost 2 of their defenders in that game. I think that made a difference in that game.
Did they lose Holland? Did they lose Foden? Did they lose Doku? Yeah. Did they lose Marmouche? Well, Marmouche is gone, but who's the other guy? Reinders. I mean, they had people that could put the ball in the back of the net. They failed to do it. They left themselves around, and City and Chelsea took advantage. There's none of this stuff's guaranteed. I mean, we went to Chelsea and drew 1-1 earlier in the year against 10 men. So none of this stuff's guaranteed. The other team has a say. I agree that that'll be tough over 2 legs. I think we'll prevail.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, nothing's set in stone. But I just think we've been able to redeem ourselves a lot this season. So I'm expecting that again. I mean, that's what we've done all season, right? We redeemed ourselves, so expecting the same thing.
Chelsea's a matchup disaster in my mind based on one thing: their ability to slow the game down by fouling, and their ability to just shithouse stuff. So we're either going to have to A, respond quickly, or B, just try to play your game the best you can and take advantage of the opportunities you got. I mean, that's what they did in the original game. Kind of slowed the game down, played hurt. So let's see what happens.
True. Yeah. Let's see. Would love to see a midfield of Rice, Wimedy, and Havertz in these smaller games. I want to see it. That's right. Havertz is a right 8. I think Havertz was not on the bench. this weekend, but he was on the bench before. if I
For
recall,
Villa.
right? He was on the bench for Villa, but he wasn't on the bench for Bournemouth. So,
Yeah.
if he's
I don't want to ever see Havertz in our midfield again.
yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out. I
fine
mean,
with it.
I don't like Moreno in the midfield either, but Arteta's going to do it. So
I'm good
Kai
with
Havertz.
both. Give me Moreno, give me Havertz in the midfield.
I think Kai Havertz is like at least like he's not bringing him back to play midfield, right? I mean, Gyökeres can't just play every game.
But that's not what he said at the start of the season. He said that Havertz would play in the midfield in this season. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I kind of felt like if Havertz is coming in, he's going to come in and give a challenge to Gyökeres. So
If he's going to be in the midfield, play right behind Zubimendi as an attacking midfielder. Other than that, I don't want to see him in the midfield. He's proven he's a forward player. He's not a midfielder. Proved that at Chelsea. Proved it at us.
we shall see. Teta is crazy. Hope the Emirates will be up for it. Yeah, I hope the Emirates is definitely loud and ready to go. Havertz looks physically bigger, so hopefully he's stronger and can continue to get stuck in that. Yeah, I don't know, but you always talk about getting bigger, right? And get bigger, you get slower. So we'll see. We shall see if that helps him out. Got BBK Sports in the house. Tehran, thanks for joining us. King Kai, here you go. Yeah, Tehran. Yeah. Like and subscribe, people. Check out the channel. Big Gunner's got it in there. By smaller teams, rookie means like championship size, the FA Cup. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Yeah, we have. Well, one of those games is one of those FA Cup is Portsmouth, so yeah, it should be easy. But I don't think that's the only championship side we have on our schedule, at least for now. Harris will be played in midfield eventually, and he's probably going to make Gyökeres look better. I hope that's what he does. I hope he doesn't play as more defensively, though. Arteta brings him in and pushes him back as opposed to pushing him forward. So we shall see. Don't want to see Kai nowhere near the midfield in the Premier League. Oh. Yeah. Don't want Moreno there either, but that's what we get. I think Arteta wants Havertz in the midfield if Gyökeres works out. Our midfield has too many ball defeat players. Want to see what an off-the-ball run it does for this midfield. We shall see. I like to see Kai in the 10, if anything, or the false 9. 2 strikers up front. Exactly a game with no risk involved. I don't think there's a risk involved in everything. Arteta sees it. We have hit the 90-minute mark.
You can always make changes, though.
Yeah.
You can start something and always pull the plug at halftime if it's not working. So
Arteta doesn't believe in that. Or else I would.
He's made changes at halftime. He's made them.
No. I mean, like 30 minutes, and I've seen his. I've seen his mentor do that, so I know that it can't be done. And I know he was on the sidelines watching it, so I know he knows he could do it. He doesn't have to wait till halftime.
He pulled Nuno Tavares off in that FA Cup game.
He's ruthless few times in his life. Yes.
Tactical.
It does not mean he doesn't. Who did it was Unai. Unai would, at 30 minutes, he would yank people commonly at halftime. You might see two guys come on at halftime because they weren't doing what he wanted them to do.
True.
Question
for the panel. I don't know. I can't answer this one. I'm not looking it up either.
1952. I just guessed.
Arsenal lost against Portsmouth. Yeah, it's got to be something before we were born. Hopefully. Right, I'm gonna go with 69. Donnie,
61.
All right, so we put our numbers in, Zanzi. They're all guesses. I believe they're all
average of 19. Actually, let's go with 2000.
Zanzi's like I was 20 in the 50s, right, Zanzi?
Let's go 2004. I don't know. Because Portsmouth was in the top flight
2004.
in the early 2000s.
Mm.
I'll say like 2008.
We'll see what he says.
2008. Why did I say 2004?
Oh wait,
just
just
throwing numbers
you
out
might be
there.
right. A few years ago, some cup match.
Mm.
Yeah, can't give it away, but yes. Ooh, yeah.
1958.
Tony is close with 61. It was 58. There you go.
We were just
Spencer, what did you
Yay.
say? What did you say, Spencer?
I said 1952, 2004, 1974, 2008. I was just throwing numbers out.
No, if you said 52, you're a little bit closer than the 2004.
Tony was around in 1961.
Yeah.
Actually, Gary was, right?
No, that's
you
not
were.
true. No, it's not.
Gary
not
came
around
around
in
in
61.
71. Gary came around in 71.
Hey, stop giving my age out there.
Little toddler.
I'm just guessing at this point.
Yeah. No, we all guessed 50. 58 was the number. So
1958.
yeah. So that can't happen this year. So yes.
No, I hope not.
Not in any of our lifetime, is my guess. So there you go. Yeah. That was correct.
As long as they wear a different kit for this jersey, for this FA Cup third round, I get the whole.
It's
message.
not happening. It's not no all whites. We get to
completely
wear the red shorts. We get to wear the red shorts. So don't get your panties in a bunch. They announced that today.
It's a legitimate, good cause, but there's got to be another way.
Wearing the red.
I don't know.
See, someone said you can't even grow facial hair, Gary.
I really can't.
And it's something else. The hat never comes off. The hat's a permanent fixture too.
Yeah, there's nothing up there. I shave it off. There's hair. I can grow hair, but I just shave it off because it's
the headset and the hat always stays on.
It's kind of like Russell Westbrook. You can only get like a few little.
I get stubble and it's all white now. So it's like, like I shaved the other day and it's just white stubble all over the place. So yeah, I can't. A beard, no.
Father time always wins, man.
I have like a little bit of hair underneath here that I let grow and I don't cut it, but otherwise, yeah. Yeah, no, teams bringing in German players from into the Premier League doesn't always work out. But I think there's probably other players that have worked out. So I think you hit and miss sometimes, right? You hit and miss sometimes. That Pompey team that won the FA Cup in 08 was brilliant. Oh, you mean Portsmouth probably, right?
Yeah.
Gary can't. Yeah. I'm a young lad. Yep, I'm young. There you go. I stopped counting at 39, Spencer.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Yeah, we lost that game 5-4 in Division 1. Ouch. Ouch. Facial hair started to creep later in life. Gary has a white beard. He'll look like a negative. They have been misprofiling my German boys. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think Arteta's figured out how to get something out of get some good things out of habits, right? So there is that. We'll see if we can recreate that this year. So we're gonna get out of here. Spencer, I'll let you say your last words before we get out of here.
Happy New Year. See you.
Happy New Year. See you. That's what he said.
Keeping it simple.
And on to the next one, fellas.
Yeah, the Broncos, on to the next week, following week,
Is it playoffs now?
Yeah, they don't play this weekend now. They got a first round bye.
I don't even know what that means. But anyways.
Yeah, you know what playoffs mean.
Every time I try to watch a Cowboys game, I get disappointed, So I'm like, you know what? Screw them.
Yeah.
I haven't watched much football these days. Tony, talk to the people. Tell them something.
I want to figure out what the fuck is Stranger Things meets Raw and wrestling tonight.
Have fun.
Yeah, there's done plenty of posters promoting that Stranger Things night.
That seems interesting.
Wrestling world, yeah.
I wonder who's going to come out and body slam somebody.
Team of Gorgon's coming out.
Yeah. The league gets their hands on Leonard Carl. They will play him on the wings and tell him to stay there.
Spencer says it means we're going to get with Demon Finn Balor.
Let's just say TTFN. I don't know what these things mean sometimes.
Ta-ta for now.
Oh, and Happy New Year, one and all. Yes.
Yep.
Come on, you gunning since '66. See, I told you he was old. All right.
1958 was before his time, though. So
Yeah, that is
61.
true.
It
That
was
is true.
or 61. No, it's 58, right?
You said 58 was the answer.
Yeah.
Tony, you said 61. All right.
Yeah.
So, Tony, you finished? You said your thing?
Yep.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We'll do this again next Monday. Arsenal will have played 2 games by then. We'll play Portsmouth and Chelsea, right? I think we played, we played Portsmouth, Liverpool and Portsmouth because this weekend is the EFL Cup and the midweek is the FA Cup. So, yeah, no Premier League for a week plus. So, but we're busy. That's what we wanted to do. We want to be in these situations. So, Arsenal can come out this thing with about four wins. We'll take it. Extend our winning streak to that'd be 10, I think, if we keep this up. Oh no, is it 10? I can't remember. But anyways, let's see it. Thank you again for joining. We'll do this again. If you haven't already, subscribe and like. We'll do this thing again. We'll see you guys on the next one. Yep, 9 games in January, 4 in 10 days. So there you go. You got 5 days for the other 20 days in the month. So nice. Enjoy, and we'll see you guys. And we're out.
Life is a journey. Don't waste the trip. Enjoy the ride. There you
Hello.